Alright, welcome back to another league race. This time we're with TMC. Happy New Year, by the way. First league race of 2019, so hopefully it's a good one. We are in TWL, we are in Baku, and we've got a dry qualifying followed by a dry race. So heading into this one, I was not feeling spectacular. I was getting close. Look, let's be honest. I'll be honest. I did not do a lot of practice over Christmas, and to be honest, we're skipping qualifying because I got P13. I could not get anything decent together. So there you go, P13, qualifying's over. Like that's all I feel. That's all there has to be said about that. So yeah, we're skipping right ahead there today. You can see the grid there. So good performance there in qualifying. But yeah, I'm not showing any part of qualifying because I was just honestly still getting back to pace. I did not play this game much over Christmas, I'll be honest, because this game's a heap of shit, and it's not very enjoyable to play in spare time. So anyways, strategy, we're going to switch it up. We are going to go for the softs to begin. I thought, you know what, let's just go along. I'm here in 13th. Everyone behind me is quicker than me, like a Calsper, Kevin, Scuba, Scuba's in front of me. There's someone else behind who's quicker than me. So I thought I'm going to be last in a few laps anyway, so why not? So anyways, here we go then for the start of the race. 4 and 5 red lights, and away we go. We're going to get by Scuba here. He's going to kind of get boxed in slightly. So we're going to stick to the outside. See, Kevin was sticking his nose in there. Just take it nice and gently around the outside. So we move up a place there. And honestly, this first lap is just about tiptoeing, and just leaving space and just being prepared for absolutely anything, because this track is absolutely bonkers. There's 15 drivers that start at this race. So and I'm quite a bit away from this group heading into turn 3, and honestly that's where I want to be. Almost get right to the back of ZR Mercedes, but thankfully that gap was there where I could, that could be risked somewhat. So you can see just absolute carnage in front, not in terms of damage flying everywhere, cars flying everywhere, just taking it easy. You can see a nice big, it's like a 4-car little gaggle up there. Again, just being so cautious, because the last thing you want, especially if you're going along on strategy, is to pick up wing damage. So again, taking it very, very easily, very gently. Could go excuse me, could go faster, but again, just want to take the time. Bit of wing was flying there. I think that may have been Bugatti's or someone's, but anyways, we're going to be under pressure here from behind. Again, this race, it was all about playing the long game. It was all about the long game. I knew I wasn't going to run away from anyone or go get close to anyone in terms of in front of me. They're on supers in front of me. There's a few on softs, but it's about survival, and that's all this race was just surviving. Because that turn 15 there just had that big curve heading down, but just before you head down the hill is a tough one. So again, survival was the only thing I wanted to do in this race. After that, I take anything. But anyways, we got a guy, Kevin, everyone going to get Calsper here. I can't just stick to the middle and let them kind of go around me. Anyways, I had to dip to the right hand side just to leave Calsper the room. Again, I knew these guys were quicker than me, and I just left it. So let me run my own race. These guys will pop up somewhere, wherever. So let them go, let them fight, and I'll just stick behind here in third. The third car of this bunch in third. Ha, nice one, dream on. 14th, Scuba there is 15th, so that is literally the back of the grid. So, but again, I was happy to sit here and just be careful, just survive. Again, play long. You're going along with the strategy. You're going long. You're not going to pick up penalties. You're not going to pick up damage. That's the plan. So settled in there into 14th. I left a bit more footage here than I needed to, but alas, sometimes things take time to explain. Lap 2, later that lap, Bugatti here is in trouble. He's had a clip with the wall somewhere, and yeah, I was really nervous at this point, because I've seen in other leagues kind of how with cars with damage, this part of the track is so dangerous. So I'm trying to navigate this as best as I can, knowing that there's cars in front that could ping off walls, or anything could happen. Anything could go tits up. So so they all seem to make it through. Bugatti's going to pull over to the left hand side to the pits. ZR Mercedes is going to do the same thing. Scuba is going to get me here. I can't really fight this really, and there they go. So a couple of people come into the pits, and then you've got Scuba on our left hand side, and I just let him go as well, to be honest. I just let him go. You got me eventually, but again, I was just focused on running my own race, and after that, again, take what comes. So I'm going to fall into P13 then. So you can see the grid's quite separate already, like we're quite far back here. Lap 4, this is where things change quite a bit actually. This is actually a turning point of the race in many ways, because a VSC is deployed after Darren Sinclair had some sort of accident, and then Tekepa ended up following him into some sort of, like, into an accident himself, trying to avoid the car. So you can see very suddenly that Ferrari is going to appear now, and then Tekepa's Red Bull will appear there. So and he crashed purely just out trying to avoid stuff in front of him after Darren crashed or whatever happened to him. So, but here's the thing: a lot of people, it's a great time for the Ultrasoft runners. A lot of them took the time to pit now, so we're in 6th place right now after being would have been 11th after that, after those two retired. So, or yeah, P11 because we were P13 beforehand. So, anyways, VSC is ended. We're restarting, and away we go. And a lot didn't happen after this. Lap 6, see 1.7 to Scuba. Mash is a bit behind as well. So, and he's just pitching. So Jeff was behind after that. And lap 6 heading on to Jeff was behind for a good bit of this race. Like, the gap was, as you come across the end of sector 2, like I think it was like 5-6 seconds. 1.1 seconds there to Scuba in front, and then the gap to Jeff 6.2. So this next part of the stint was quite boring because, well, no one's really close to us, and I'm not really close to anyone else. So it was just a matter of just pounding around and just getting to lap 16 or whatever, 15, 14, 15, 16, heading on then to lap 10. We're in 4th, other people have pitted. So again, here's the thing: as ZR Mercedes retires there, what ended up, and Rappy then as well, what ended up happening was a lot of the guys who pitted behind ended up getting caught in incidents themselves. So the people I was going to emerge behind in the pits, that number lessened. And we're going to have some live radio now.
Graham? Sorry to put you out of race, but I just packed Neymar.
You're a dick. Tradable?
Yep.
Piece of shit, we'll talk afterwards. We speak after? So that was a little funny moment there to break up the race there. Lap 14. Flipping Keith Kyo. It's tradable Neymar FIFA, so appreciate that. So anyways, what I was explaining beforehand was the number of people now in the race is literally like 8 or 7, because everyone, there was a big gaggle of cars. You will have seen it on the map in some, if you didn't see it, go back on the map, say before I made the last cut, say there was a lot of people who were quite punched together, and they ended up having incidents themselves. So instead of coming out as like an 11th or 10th, this ended up being basically P7. So lap 15 now, the tyres went this lap for me and Scuba because he felt the same thing. We went long, lap 16. What ended up happening was we ended up just purely being in our own space, in our own race. We ended up gaining a lot of positions because other people on the other strategy ended up tripping over each other in some way or another. So we come out. Kevin is just going to pitch now as well. He had an early pit stop after some damage. So we're literally going to file into 6th. So lap 16 and 26, this stint is going to be quite lonely, because we're too far behind Scuba and we're too far ahead, because literally Kevin is the last place car. That's it. Like, it's and he ended up retiring as well. So I'm literally going to be running in last here. So a bunch of shit happened to a whole bunch of people. Here's the thing where I can't flipping talk today. Here is where things pick up a bit. Lap 22, Scuba is catching up to Matt in front and Jeff, who've been battling for a lot of the race, and that's finally come to pass. So Matt lets Scuba go, his teammate go, and now we're beginning to get closer to Matt and Jeff, who pitted. Jeff pitted under VSC, and Matt pitted a lap later from Supers, having got wing damage. So now, lap 26. This is the last lap. I've been pushing for a little bit. Generally, this race I was quite tentative, quite afraid to push through the castle section, turn 15. But now, this gap I've been hunting down. It was over 5 seconds. It's now given their tyres and I'm on fresh supers and they're battling each other on old tyres, this gap has come down, but I'm not within DRS range. I'm going to get closer and closer. 2.1 seconds there is the gap. Look at them, I can see them right there. That's 4th place right up there. Scuba is gone. He's overtaken both of these guys and he's into a podium, but I'm saving ERS. I'm on the edge of fuel. I've been just prepping everything that I could, and a little bit of a moment there, catch it, but I just shows you how much I'm pushing, trying to get something out of this race, something more than this. Like, I'm so close, because once you see these guys, once you look, seeing is believing in many ways. Beautiful curb there, but again, look how close it is. Perpetual Mobile, I think, won the race on the line, or did I think Casper may have won actually. Yeah, Casper did win in the end. 1.3 seconds is the gap to these guys, and I'm gonna run out of time. If I had one more lap, I think I could have done it, but it's gonna be P6 for me. Jeff is gonna rob Matt on the line, so you can see Matt in front there. I think you can barely see. Try to squeeze as much as he could. It's gonna be P6 for me, and that's, look, P6. The objective was to survive. I was the slowest runner today. I started P13. I was basically last. I mean, not much more I could have done in that sense. I'll definitely take the 8 points. I know I finished last on track. I don't care. I survived. That was always the goal heading into the race, because this is the worst. This is my first league race of 2019. This was the worst track to come back to. This or Monaco, honestly, is the worst track to come back to after not having raced for a bit, not being on the pace, not being on a whole lot of things. So to come in and get P6, grab some 8 points, I'll definitely take it. And the pace wasn't too bad at the end there as well. I know obviously those guys were on slower tyres, but yeah, very happy with the result. I think Carlsberg won the race on the line, and look at that. There's Perpetuum. Scuba ended up in 3rd. A lot of people were tired. A lot, like in that gaggle of cars in the middle of the race, it was Rappy, it was Combi, Hero Joken, Rappy, ZR Mercedes. Like, these guys tripped over each other, and literally going long helped. If I was in that crowd or close to, I think things would have been a lot worse. But alas, strategy works. Staying in the race works. Sacrificing time to stay in the race, to avoid barriers, to just take caution, worked. And there you go, P6. That's going to do it for TMC, Team TWL. Next up is Spain. Shite track. See you then.